Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're going to be looking at Chord
AI. It's a learning tool.
Do you want to learn how to make music? Yeah!
What the hell? But first, we're going to kick off and play some wonderful new music from the amazing Just Naya Medved. Let's do it. This is In the Clouds.
Nihče ne ve, kaj z mano gre na pot. In nihče ne šteje mojih zmot. Da znova najdem mir, ko bliža se večer. Odidem ven, neskončni širni svet. Tu gori le začenjam spet verjet, da v sebi nosim moč, le včasih moram proč. Bliže kot kdajkoli prej skrivnostim sem sveta, ko skoraj že dotaknem se neba. Čutim korenine, ki poganja mi hutla, in sonce najde pot do srca. Spusti me v svet, kjer vedno najdem svojo pot. Spusti me iz tega vrveža. Ne rabim več skrbi in svojo žalost dam v kot. Povezana na vrhu sem sveta. Nihče ne ve, kaj tu lahko pustim. Pozabim vse in spet se prebudim. Hvala za pobeg iz tega hladnega sveta. Vrnem se, ko žejna bom neba.
Good morning. I hope you're all doing good. That was Naya Medved, and translation. I was trying to put the words up and not block the translation. I was trying to be so quick. I'm not good at it. And that was In the Clouds by Naya. She's an amazing artist. I've had her on the show for an interview. If you haven't caught that, then you really should go back and watch it, because it's a really inspiring interview. Just let me fix this camera for a second. Let me hold my breath. There we go. That's fixed. Hope you're all doing good. What a great song. She just continues to pop out really fantastic songs. Just like Leela, who just dropped a brand new song as well too over on her channel. If you've come over from Leela's show, thanks for coming over. If you're just hanging out, thanks for hanging out. We've got a cool app to look at today. This thing is astounding. We live in the future, people. We live in the future. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. For $1 a month, you can become a Wart Warrior and get access to special secret shows and custom emojis that you may see people put in the chat with your own face on it. Boom.
Boom.
Let's say hello to you all. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for putting the link there. You can hit the join button down below to become a Wart Warrior for $1 a month. Hello, Adam Burse and Chris Lane Sr. Steve. There are the emojis. There are some of them. Sometimes I'm good at changing them. Sometimes I forget. Is there an option at the bottom right to change the cursor from theater mode? I don't know. I only work for YouTube. I don't work. I work for them. They work. Whatever. Hi, Leila, by the way. Who else is here? Let me see. Sith, Chris Lane Sr., welcome aboard. I nearly opened with one of your songs today, but Naya beat you to the punch. Beat you to the punch. Hey, Matthias. Audible video. Where's the info, dude? Are you going to be that guy? Unbelievable. No wonder you... I'm not going to say that. Dude, get it to me. What are you doing? Unbelievable. So, Kim Harden Hudson, hello. And who else? I think I got most. If you think I got all of you, who's up the top? Chad Freeman, what's going on? Audible, just do it. Get to work. Not if he doesn't get me his shit, Leela. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be coming on the show this week, and nothing. Hey, Jim, what's happening? All right, so we are looking at Chord AI today. By tomorrow. Awesome. You are going to be that guy. Cool. You're going to be the guy I bitch about in Clubhouse. That I always... Awesome. That's good, Audible. Do you want to make a prediction? Audible's not going to turn up for the show, just like he did to Leela. Oh, mate, I'll put money on it now. It's going to happen. Let's look at price drops because there's a few happening at the moment across the iOS App Store. Well, don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Sessions. All the session apps are on sale. These things are really cool. You can create background music for yourself. There's individual apps like jazz sessions and blues sessions, pop, there's rock, and you can just create your own background music, which is really, really super cool. They're fantastic apps. Welcome aboard once again. Chris Lane Sr., welcome. So yeah, these apps are on sale at the moment. So they're worth your time, even if you find one of them. I've got all of them. They're really cool. I would love to do a show on all of them, but there's just too many of them. It would take up weeks and weeks and weeks. Terra Pro's on sale. I'm looking at that tomorrow because there's a new in-app purchase. Police Sample Wiz is on sale. It's about enough of that. Let's have a look at this thing. So you can download this that we're looking at today for free. There is an extra charge to unlock the pro version, but you can download this straight away for free and you can start using it. You just can't use some of the pro features. So if you want to try it, download it for free. I'm going to run over the pricing for it now, if I can. Let's do that. We're going to need to go to my PC over here. I think it's this one. There we go. So here, hello, Joe Glenn. Now, there's a subscription model and there's a once-off payment. Now, I know some people are going to go, wow, that's a lot of money. But if you're going to get the use out of it, it's not going to be a lot of money, yeah? So the in-app purchase, you can, so monthly is $5.99 a month. So you could sign up just for a month and give it a go at Pro. Then there's a yearly fee of $34.99. Or the one-time only pay once and it's yours forever, which I have, is $74.99. So they're all your prices for it. But as I said, you can download it and start playing with it. I'll show you what you get extra with this. It works on iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and if I'm right, we can find out this now. Let's jump over to my Mac. And does it work in here? Let's go to my purchased apps in my Mac. iPad, iPhone. There it is. Look, it actually works on Mac as well for your purchase. That's pretty neat. There you go. So you don't have to well, there isn't a PC and Mac version anyway, but it looks like it works. Let's download it, see if I can open it up. It should work just as well. We're downloading. They are US prices that I gave you. Australian prices are much more. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you, much more. But yeah, it has to be on an M1 if you want to use this. So here we go. There it is. Yeah, it works. Opens up exactly the same. Well, what do you know? If I go to settings, does it still have all the same settings? Yep. And it's already, look at that. Look how clever it is. It's worked out that I have a lifetime membership. It's already connected up. And look at that. I didn't even have to do anything. It's already got some of the songs that I've messed with. Kim Hudson's song there. Well, what do you know? So it's just worked out that I have a subscription on my Mac as well. And it did the same thing for my iPhone, all my iDevices. It worked out all the songs that I've done. So it's just so you know, you want to see how much it's worth in Australia. It'd be about the same price in Canada. There you go. $119 lifetime. Thank you, lucky stars. $74.99 to $119.99 Australian. Our dollars such primo value here. You know, we're the bottom feeders of the value chain of money in the world. But still, $119 for what you can do with this. It's pretty damn cool. So shall we dive in and mess around with it? Because I want to do a tutorial, because there isn't really a tutorial online for this anywhere that I have found. So this is the screen that you get when you first load this up. Hello, princess. Hello, hello. So this is what you are presented with when you first load up. And then when you first load it, most likely you won't see these two sections down here. But what is this app? What does it do? Well, it does a lot of things. It will decode lyrics. It will decode chord progressions from any song. And not only just like your own files from YouTube and SoundCloud and Apple Music and Spotify, you can actually play some guitar into this and it will live on the fly write out your guitar chords. Yeah? And you could actually play and sing into this and then run the vocal analyzer and it will give you the chords and the vocals. So that's pretty damn cool. All right. We'll head up here to our settings, because that's how I unlocked these two sections down here, the Apple Music and Spotify. When you open it up for the first time, they will not be there. So our settings are up in the top corner. Pretty sure it's the same for the iPhone. You'll find the settings up there. Yes, and there was just a huge update to import video in here yesterday. So they're constantly updating this thing as well. It's been around for a while, but they are constantly updating. So you can choose to have note names or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. You can go with that if you don't want to read C, D, E, F, G, A, B and you would rather do it that way, you can swap. So great for singers. Yeah. Here's what you get for the lifetime. So let's click on this and show you what you get. So Chord AI Pro gives you advanced chord recognition, so more than 700 recognized chords. So this will give you advanced chords on top of the basic chords. So you'll only get basic chords with the basic version. Voicing recognition tells you precisely which notes of the chords are played. Unlimited saved songs. I think there's a limit to your saved songs on the basic version. Export to PDF and share as a URL. Score editing. So you can go in and fix up any notes that are incorrect, any chords that are wrong, which is great. Stems and multi-track export, audio transposition, alternate tunings, and a smart capo. These are all the things you get for the Pro version, which we'll run through. You'll see what they all are. You've got an iCloud sync. That is how, when I opened it up on my Mac, all of my songs that I've already transposed were on my Mac. So you make sure your iCloud sync is on, and that'll sync between all of your Apple devices. And this one's turned off when you first load it. It is Show Apple Music and Spotify. So you'll need to turn this one on to access Spotify and Apple Music. It works a little bit different, the Spotify and Apple Music way, but we'll cover that. App language. Now, you see when I click that, it took me over here. So you need to change the language in your settings if you want to do that. And info and contact is just so you can go and rate the app and stuff like that. So there's not too much to the settings at all. Alrighty, so there are several ways you can import music to work out the chords. Hi, Ed, Jack Hunter, hello. There are several ways. So you can import files from your iOS device. You can import from your media library, which will take you to your... It's a little bit confusing because if you've got Apple Music, it takes you to the same place as Apple Music. SoundCloud, you can go to YouTube. You can go to Apple Music or you can go to Spotify to import the music. You have a microphone down here as well. I'm not going to click it yet because as soon as you click on the microphone, it starts recording immediately. I wish there was a way to turn that off. That would be choice. I'd like to choose. Let's see if it happens. It didn't happen. There we go. All right, that's cool. So in here, you can just start recording. I can just, if I really wanted to, because now just need to explain a couple of things here. Because my iPad is currently connected to a USB-C and into an audio interface, I would have to use a microphone that is plugged into that interface. But if you didn't have an interface plugged in here, yeah, you just use the microphone that's on your device, right? Hi, Barry Glenn. So there's that. So because I have this microphone here in front of me, I can, if I just hit record, I should just be able to start singing it. So I'll mute this mic. La 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 la. And we'll hit stop. And that should have, but it didn't do a very good job there, but it gave us a D. And it played it in a chord. Well, I can play that chord. Let me show you this. Why are we going there now? This is the hard thing to show off because when you move to a microphone recording, it turns off the interface. Let's see. La la la. So weird. When you play back the chord, there we go. Now we're back. So when I touch this, I'm just doing this by touching here. You can sample the chords that it creates. And if I swipe with my finger, you can choose other chords within this D. Right? Pretty cool, huh? So, and I think that is a function of the Pro version. That you can swipe through these different variations of chords, and there's heaps. So you can create recordings with your voice. That picked up that I was singing in D. Now, I was dicking around there, so not a good example. Let's clear this. We'll come back to recording soon. Down the bottom here, you have your saved songs. Kind of, in a way, Thomas. Music memos and like Chordify as well, but a bit more advanced than Chordify. So here's where you can save your songs. You can create playlists. Any songs that you've transcribed, they will appear here. So you see I've got a few of them. I've got like Little Bird by Brad and Kim Hardin Hudson and one of my songs. And over to the end here, we've got a little dictionary. And this is neat. So this is a chord finder. So you can type in anything here. You can type in an F, and it's going to give us all these chords. And then you can click on this and get a full view of all these chords. Really. And all you got to do is just touch on them to hear them. And you can go up here and you can even change your tunings. Now, when you see, I haven't downloaded this on this iPad yet, so I intentionally uninstalled and reinstalled, so I'd have to do this again. So we've got our standard tuning, and you just download this little pack, which will give you all your drop D, drop B, your dadgad, open Ds, open Es, everything. Let's do a drop D. Pretty neat. But not only that, you've got ukulele stuff as well. All the inversions, you've got everything. And you can choose from down here with your wheel. So you can just click on a note from the wheel and it'll give you all of that. Everything that's in the scale. We've got piano as well. That doesn't sound, oh yeah, it does sound like a piano. So let's choose. You've got a bass, so the bass players aren't left out. Wheel! It's a Patreon joke, folks. Even though it sounds like a guitar, it is actual bass tuning. You can see there's 4 there, and you can go in and choose different 6-string bass. You've got tenors, 5th, drop B bass. Pretty cool. We also have a mandolin. So a nice selection of instruments in here as well. Even a banjo, which sounds very similar to the last one. But it's not about that, is it? It's not really about that. But there you go. So all the different tunings for banjo as well. Sawmill, standard C, double C. So very, very handy stuff. Not only for guitarists or pianists. Something for everybody here. And that's just a really nice additional add-on there. But let's get back to the meat of this thing, which is generating the chords to songs. So we'll do it first with YouTube, shall we? Because this is going to be the way most people are going to use it. Definitely the simplest way, because these days when you release music through DistroKid, the music gets its own channel. You know, the song gets released on YouTube Music anyway. So it's a lot easier than using the Apple or Spotify one. So if we click on YouTube here, it takes us straight to the YouTube page. Maybe. Is it? Worked in post. Well, isn't that weird? I've only been using this for 2 months. And on the show, it decides not to do it. What's the deal, man? Do I have internet? What's happening? I love live TV. There we go. So, and you can see I'm logged in too. I actually logged into my own account, so I can find all the stuff that I listen to really easily. So that's nice. Let's find a song, shall we? What can we do? Shall we start off with the guinea pig we do all the time? Pete Johns. He's easy to do. Pete Johns is easy to do. There you go. What can we find of one of Pete Johns' songs? What about Summer? It'd be on here, wouldn't it? There we go. There's Summer. So we'll grab this. Which one do we want to grab? The topic one or this one? They're both the same anyway. We'll grab this one because it's got pretty pictures. So you click on the video. It starts playing and you can just stop it, right? So it just is just regular YouTube. But down here, you'll see this little button that says Analyze, and that's what we want. So you just click Analyze. It does a little bit of analyzation. And look at that, it's done. It's given us all of our chords. It's got the video down here so we can watch along with the video. And if we just hit play, we should be off. They're the right chords. I've played this song before.
Only the rain keeps me company, falling from high in the sky, gray skies above and air bringing me down, walking the streets of my city.
Pretty neat, huh? And we can go back to start nice and easily. Now let's talk about, so when you're on the basic plan, you have this option set here to basic. So with the pro version, you get this all, which opens it up to all of the chords where you can actually start flicking through here and trying some different kind of, right? And you've got this positions button. So if we turn this on as well, it opens up a whole range of voicings for you as well, which you can mess around with. So really, really cool to have that. Plus, if you would like to use a capo, you've got the capo option here as well. So you can decide where you want to put the capo, put on capo 1, and it's going to rearrange all those chords up here so you can see what it's going to be once you've got a capo set. So we can move a capo to 2, hit done. There we go. So you've got the options. Like me, sometimes when I'm playing something and I'm not good at playing a particular chord, I just move it up the capo and make it easier for me to play. So that's really good. And hey, if you want to sing in a different key, you can do all of that stuff as well. So the capo thing is a part of the pro plan. So you've got a smart capo here as well. Let's try this. So this adds a smart capo. I don't even know what that has done. That's how good that is. So it looks like it's put the capo on 5. Is that right? I'm not even sure. Then we got this song fidelity one, smart capo computation. Okay, so it's done a sweet. Let's put the capo on 7. So there we've got a capo on 7 there. You can see up here, that's where it goes. So that's interesting. So it can give you, it can make the chords easier for you by itself. You don't have to manually work it out. So we can go back down to 0. It'll repair everything. Back to the start. So we've got other views to look at this too. So this is our main view. Up here is our second view where it puts everything into bars. So if we hit play now, you can see we've got 4 bars here. So when we hit play, it'll kick off over here. So it's nice and neat. You can have a visual understanding of where the song's at. And what you'll notice as well is that it has found the key up here. It's found the tempo and it's also got the beats per minute. It's done that like a cinch. I heard bars is Jade talking about Chris. Boom. No, this is not AUV3. This is a standalone app. Yeah, I already know that, Princess. So yeah, it's all organized into bars for you too. So, and here's really nice. So if you scroll up, if a chord's wrong, you can actually go in here with the Pro version, click on this. If I hold down and look at this, you can go in and delete a chord, edit a chord, add a key. So if there's a key change in there that it hasn't picked up, you can go in and change all this stuff, add a section. So you could essentially really create your own song in here with a blank palette. It's quite open, this thing. So that's really nice. And you can go in here to these blank parts, add something in, add a chord in there if something's missing, if it hasn't picked it up. Remember, this is AI. It's not going to be absolutely perfect. Things aren't perfect with AI yet. Everyone thinks the end of the world is here, but it's just not true. And here is the overall. So this is the one that might melt your brain, yeah? So if you go back to the start, just click on there and go back here, hit play. Play. So this one you can't play on. So this just gives you the overall look of the entire song, yeah? So all the chords in order. Perfect. So these two up here, 1 and 2, they give you these views to play. And check this out. You can even add lyrics. You can get it to suss out the lyrics. So we'll do it on, I think you do it on this screen here. So we've got a little lyrics button. It is a short download. You've got to download the program to install. So again, this is on the Pro version. But when we click here, now it's doing lyrical computation. And from my experience, with my songs anyway, didn't do too good. Now, I think it depends on like how well you vowel your words. Because Aussies, we're not really renowned for being well-spoken. You know? So probably a little bit hard to pick up some of the Aussie lingo. Let's see how it does with Pete. It did okay with Kim. I tested it out on Kim's. Leela's would be a nightmare because there's so many vocal tracks going on. So you can see it's doing a lyrical computation. And that when it's finished, it should add these lyrics in here so you can follow along the lyrics, which is neato. AI is not programmed by humans. It's programmed by open-ended programs. Logic says freak out anytime you like. Yeah, man. Look, AI is moving at an incredibly fast rate, but it's still so far away. I mean, there we go. So that's apparently done. And look, it hasn't done a fantastic job. It's missed the first line. So it's only got parts of it in here. And that's the thing. Hi, Fat Panda Cat. So let's click on here and hit play. It's missed the first line. Oh no, it's got it there. Keeps me company. In the sky. Air bringing me down. Close.
Walking the streets of my city, stumbling down every street, wondering when it will all start to change.
So it missed part of it there.
And I wish it was summer.
But pretty damn good.
Summer and I was okay. I wish it was summer again.
I can only assume, though, it's going to get better as it goes on, like with all AI learning.
In the suburbs, storm clouds are still rolling in, safe in my mind for an hour or two.
Pretty damn good. Pretty cool. And as I said at the beginning, they are continually updating this. Yesterday got a huge update. How good's this too? Once you've done your lyrics, once you've done your lyrics, if you click on here, you can choose a language. Look at all these languages, man. I'm impressed by this. It's the little things, yeah? Look at them all. Hebrew, Hawaiian, Japanese. Good grief. Macedonian, Maori. There's a lot of languages in here. Russian. I wonder if there's Irish. I wonder if Scottish is in here. Scottish in here. Damn, there's no Scottish. How am I ever going to understand Scottish people ever again? Damn. I'll be stuck and not knowing what Scottish people are saying. That's a lie. I understand Scottish people very well. So you can go in there and do that. You can get rid of these chords if you don't want them. So you've got a little thing here just to remove that if you just want to follow the song. So very handy. What I like about this too, would work because of it's working in time. Really good for if you're doing an acoustic show and you've mapped out the song and you can play along to it without the sound on, because you can mute the sound on this. You can turn down the sound. Let's do that. Let's turn down the sound. So yeah, you've got a visual representation of where the song is. So really neat to have the sound down and do that. I reckon I'm going to try doing this on one of my opening hours. I reckon that's cool. And we can bring our volume back up here. And yes, let's talk about that next. Go back to the start here. So you can change the pitch of this as well. Let's just hit play. We've got pitches and you can go up. And it'll keep the same speed.
Only the rain keeps me company.
Oh, Pete sounded so lovely.
Falling from high in the sky.
Oh, Pete. I want to do ya.
Walking the streets of my city, stumbling down every street.
Now, going down is a bit harder. It doesn't always work. There we go. Oh, Pete. It's Barry White Pete.
Wish it was summer and I was okay. I wish it was summer again.
And
Back to my
we can change the speed as well.
Storm clouds are still rolling in, safe in my mind for an hour or two. And I pluck up my courage and step out.
Sound like he said fuck up.
Maybe the rain ain't so bad. Maybe it's all I should choose to believe. And I wish it was summer. Wish it was summer and I was okay. I wish it was summer.
So we're doing that in real time too. That's really neat. Pretty nice, real time, changing the sounds. Sounds like Cher. I'm sure Cher would be so happy to hear that. But what you can also do is you can loop something. So I can, wherever I want to start looping, I just click this.
Making the most of the time that I have,
and then click it again, and now it's just going to loop.
Most of the time that I have, making the most of the time that I have.
So if you're stuck on a bit,
making the most of the time that I have,
you can go in here and keep working on it. If we jump over to this screen now,
making the most of.
You see what it's done here? It's created this little loop section, and to clear it, you just clear this. So we'll go back again and hit play, and then we'll hit the loop right at the start. And now we've just got this little bit looped to go over and over to work out how to play a particular part. Hello, many vibes. I know. Do you believe in love? Sure, man. So that's pretty neat to have this little loopy bit here. And again, to get rid of it, you just hit clear and it's gone. But I hear you say we're talking a lot about guitar here, and there should be some other instruments. And yes, there are. Up the top corner, you've got all the options that you had with the Chord Finder. Yeah. So you've got piano and banjo. So if we got a piano now, boom, look at that. We've got our piano. And what I love about this is it shows the one chord by itself like this. And then the next chord, yeah? So you don't have multiple chords in front of you to confuse.
Only the rain keeps me company.
Hi, Feisty. Have I missed anyone who's here? Said hello.
Gray skies above and air bringing
Me down. I love this song.
Walking the
Streets of my city, stumbling down every street,
wondering when it will all start to change. And I wish it was summer.
Okay, so you'll notice too, when we change the piano, we've got something different over here. There's no more capo. We've got a transpose button. And we can transpose. Look at that.
I wish it was summer and I was okay. I wish it was summer again. Back to my place in the suburbs. Storm clouds are still rolling in.
So you've got banjo, you've got everything on all these instruments. Let's just show you this voicing. So I want to click on here. So Chord AI's advanced algorithms now suggest guitar, ukulele positions, and piano notes that match well with the song. So that's when this voicing thing is turned on. You're going to get a much more accurate reading of the notes. Yeah. Again, part of the pro thing. Basic chords. What you're going to get with the basic is like major, minors, sus2, sus4s, 7, M7s, M7 majors, diminished and augmented. But with the pro version, you get all of these on top of that, plus inversions. So you get all the basic chords, you get half diminished, diminished 7s, diminished 6, 9, 11, 13s, add 9s. You get all of these on top, plus all the inversions. So that's what you get. You're going to get a much better reading with the pro version of the songs. Yeah, so it's pretty much like when you sign up for that guitar. I forget what it's called. Who make Tone Bridge. Yeah, you're just going to get a broader amount of chords for the full version. But wait, there's heaps more stuff too. Like there's still so much more. It's ridiculous. It's just utterly ridiculous. Let's talk about this. You also get Ultimate Guitar. Thank you very much, FPC. So up here, you notice this little button here looks like a mixer. I'm going to click on this. Look at this. It's got a mix separator as well. What? Let's do it. Now, it's not going to be amazing, right? Because it's a pretty basic mixer. But, you know, there's lots of these apps out there that do this. But look, it's doing it. So it's a pretty... And look, it's now separated. We've got drums separated. Let's solo the drums. They're kind of there. We've got the vocals.
And I pluck up my courage and step out the door. Maybe the rain.
So there's some guitar in there. It's going to work differently for different songs as well. But this is what happens when you use the auto drummer. You don't get a good representation of drums. So there's our guitar. Let's see where Pete's vocals are. It's done Pete's vocals well.
And I'm doing the best that I can, making the most of the time that I have, living one day at a time.
So you can undo that as well and go back to the original song. So that's nice. Again, results may vary depending on how the song's recorded, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, you're going to get that with when you're separating music and using these algorithms. It's never perfect. Anyone who tells you it is bullshitting in your pocket. There's going to be some kind of underwater sounding artifacts, just nonsense and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's nice to know that's in there, especially for like just a simple, so there's just a simple guitar and drum track. I'm sure that'll do that a lot better. But look at this. We've also got down here, Midify. What's Midify? Boom. Let's mute. Now, what you need to remember with this is it's taking all of the instruments, Pete's voice included, and it's trying to midify that. So where this is going to work really well is just with a guitar or with a piano track or something like that. So if you've just got a recording of just a MIDI file or a sample of just a piano, right? That's where it's going to shine because there's no other instruments fucking with it, yeah? But of course, if you take a whole song and try and do it, it's going to sound like the drunken saloon version, yeah? It's it's Steve Martin in The Three Amigos before he plays My Little Buttercup. Man, I love that song. But another great feature for just importing, we can try it. We will try that now. Let's do it now. Let's get rid of Pete. So we've used Pete up for a while. You can delete that. Now, if we go back to our arrow up here, this brings us back to our main screen. And you can see Pete Johns is down here. So you can see we've got this little extra bit down here. If I hit browse and go back, now you'll see this track has been added up the top here. So now in my songs, in my saved songs, it will have added Pete up here as well. So he's now in my list of saved songs in my history. But if I want to get rid of him, and nobody wants to get rid of Pete, the way to do it is to go down here and click the X, and then you'll notice an X pops up here. And then you can delete it. So now it should no longer be in my saved history, and it is gone. But let's see if we can open up. Let's go back to browse, because you can also load in files. And the latest update they've done has been to add video files. This just came out yesterday. So if you click here, it takes you to your files section. And look, here we are. We're at some effects here. Let's go back. Can I go back here? What are we? Essentials. Here we go. So we're in a Mobile Music Pro pack here. See you later, Audi. Let's go to, what do we got? Waveforms. We've got some bass loops. We've got a bass loop here. Do we have any melody loops? Let's just grab a melody loop, shall we? See what it does. Did it work? What's going on? Did I choose it? I haven't tried this before. Let's see if that not effects. We want melody loops. Wave file. Make sure it's a wave. Yeah, it is a wave. There we go. So now we've loaded this piece in here. Let's play it. So it's given us the chords, but now what we want to test is the MIDI-fi. And if we go, let's silence the chords, go back here. So very, very handy for people who have got, downloaded sample packs and you've got this lovely little piano piece and you're like, oh man, I wish I could just change that one chord in there. Now you could load this up in here, and once you've got it in here, you can export this as a MIDI file, yeah? So you can export the audio. So you can export this as audio. Didn't want to do that. Where we go? Share an AI file. Can you export the MIDI? I think you can. Or am I wrong? See, maybe I'm wrong. Let's focus on this. So here's our MIDI. And just make sure. So you do it here. This is where you do it. I'm wrong. Let me get rid of this. So this is where you do it. You've got these dots underneath here. Yeah, and you'll see it's got export as MIDI file, and we can call it whatever we want. Piano 1, and export, and we can save this wherever we want. So save to audio share, and there it is. There's our MIDI. Of course, it sounds stupid there because there's no instrument attached to it. But yeah, then you could load this into GarageBand or Cubase or whatever you want. And then you can edit that amazing sample you've downloaded that just needed a chord change, just a slight chord change. So very, very powerful stuff to be able to do that within this as well. I mean, A, to be able to break down the chords and understand what they are. B, you're getting the... just unfocus this. You're getting the timing of it as well. Let's clear that. So you're getting the BPM, you're getting the timing of it, you're getting the key that it's in. It's telling you all that for you. So there's a lot of goodness with this. Really, 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 really fantastic. Let me show you importing a video and how that works, because it's just wicked. One sec. So again, that is now saved in my little section here. As I said, many vibes. If the pro version is going to get you the best, representation of chords, because it's got all the chords. Yeah. Because you've got all the inversions, you've got everything. When the basic version is going to give you very basic chords, so they may not be absolutely perfect, because chords are a lot broader than just basic chords. So if I want to go into files here, again, and let's go over to my documents, and I'm going to import a video now. Let's do that. And the same thing. So you can do it within the, where are we? We want to go to history. So I'll load up this Brad example video. And look at that. It's analyzing. It's doing its bizzo. And it's given us 99 BPM, 4/4 in the key of F sharp. And here we go. There's a bit of a gap before the song starts. Wonderful. Guitar.
old story. It's getting old and lives alone in a brick house.
So what I'm curious to know is how well it can actually understand Brad's vocals. Let's do a... So here it is broken up into bars as well. So nice and easy to understand the bars. Let's go to lyrics. Let's see how well it can understand Brad. Because, you know, Brad's got that rough voice, man. Sounds like he's been dragging his throat through gravel. But it's sexy. You have to admit that. Brad's got possibly the sexiest voice around. For a dude. You know? For a dude. Tuned gravel. By the way, Brad, love you, mate. I know you're not doing so good at the moment. And Russ, if you're watching too, hello. So we're up to 44%. So look at that. It's even putting in guitar music. That's cool. Guitar music. It didn't do that before, did it? With Pete's one. Maybe it's when it's a very simple track, it understands, it can actually pick out what instruments it is because it's just guitar. But when there's drums and everything there, it can't just say music. I don't know why, but hey, it's AI, man. What are you going to do? His sexiness is somewhat dulled by his Y chromosome. Hey. All right, we're 85%. Let's see how good a job it does. And next, we'll save this as a PDF because you can save this as well and send it to folks. Okay, we're done. Oh, wow.
Same old story. It's getting old and lives alone in a brick house.
Damn, it understands Brad.
Down the road from me and never goes out.
Missed a bit of that.
Waiting by a phone that never rings. You had a bird once, and every day his bird would sing a sweet song.
So it's pretty close. It's good.
Never
you know, it's
away until
missing a
one
few
day
words there.
It sang one final love song. And he...
Wicked. So while we're here, this is where the three dots up the top here. This is where you can export to a PDF. You can save it to your playlist as well. Let's just do that. So you've got a playlist of stuff, and we'll just hit save. Song saved to playlist. Then we've got export PDF, and boom, they just updated this yesterday. Look at that. So there is our PDF. You can print it directly from here. Neato, bonito. And you can add the positions underneath. Nice. Very cool. Not too bad, huh? And, oops. You can share as a URL. So we can go in here and there we go. So we can save this. What are we doing? Where are we going to put this? Let's, we're going to put this, put it in documents. Let's try that again. We can share to a URL, get it right. Let's just save it to my documents. So it'll create now. Look at that. So now you can share this with anyone you like. Yeah. You just copy the URL here and send it to whoever you like. And that is an easy way of sharing stuff. Good shit. So I just save that in my documents app. Nice. Let's go back over here. You can export the audio. So not only that, if you've taken, we've imported this from a video. So now I can export the audio from this video and just save it somewhere. So now I can save this to my files. You can save it to audio share. and hit save. So I essentially, which you can do this in audio share anyway, I have now saved the audio from that video. I've split the audio. Neat. Good stuff. So if you missed the start, you've come here late. I'll just remind you guys of, it is free to download, but it does come if you want to pay for it. There are the prices. So it's $5.99 monthly for the subscription if you want to try it out, $34.99 for the year, or just pay for it outright for $74.99 and it's yours forever. There's no bullshit. And you can share this as a Chord AI file as well. Let's come back over here. So you can share this as a Chord AI file and then send this to somebody else and they can open it up and the file will open up in this. Yeah, so if I save this to files or save this to my documents, so there it is here. You can see it's a Chord AI file. So then when I click on it, it should open in another app. And I should be able to find Chord AI. There it is. And it will open up. Obviously, I already have it open, so it's crashed it. So, but that's it. That's all right. So let's just, we'll analyze this again. Because I crapped all over it. Boom. Yeah, look, I think you're going to get value from it. You know, it's $34 for the year. So if you want to try it for the year, it all depends. Again, this show isn't telling you to go out and buy all the apps. But if you are somebody, for example, who is wanting to, learn people's songs, you're, say, going on open campfires with Leela and G-May and you're playing live and, really fantastic for learning songs like Pete, who does his happy hour every week. I do my opening hour. This is really handy for me. I want to learn, for example, anyone's song. This is any track. I'm only playing people's songs from the community here today because I don't want to get a copyright claim. But I can go in here and find anyone's stuff. I can find Dan Ekberg. How do I spell your name again? I'm messing with you. Dan Ekberg. Here he is, Dan Ekberg Music. Let's find a video. So Think I'm Better. Here we go, music video. Let's grab this. It'll start playing. And I can hit analyze. And this is how easy it is. Boom, dish, bodily bush. You got anyone's song. Really good for learning people's... And that's just madness. It's madness, I tell you. So there you go, and there's all the chords. Na 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 na. Perfect. Ridiculous, man. We live in an amazing world right now. We are so lucky to have this shit, I'm telling you. Let's show you the other options, because not only that, you can go to SoundCloud. Look at this. Now, I logged in here as well too, so you can go to SoundCloud and find people's music here as well. Super easy to use. Let's see, we've got Cold Acres song here. Let's grab Cold Acres song. Come on. And it's the same thing, yeah? Just hit analyze, and off we go. So you got the SoundCloud. Now I'll go through and wicked. We're off. I know why I paid less than, yeah, they have, I think there was a sale. So they did a pretty good job. Of doing Cold Acres song. Yeah, and that's it too. They are adding, like as I said yesterday, they just added the import video feature. I was so happy I saw it before the show. I was like, what? All right, cool. That's great. So let's go back over here. So now that's saved. So you can do anything with SoundCloud. Now, I will explain. So it's a little bit different with the media library and Apple Music and Spotify because it doesn't have an analyze button. What it needs to do is it needs to record and it needs to use the iPad or iPhone microphone to do that. Let me show you. See here it says browse streaming apps will use mic. So while it's analyzing it, if you're sitting here going, la, 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 and talking over the top, it's going to pick up you talking at the same time. All right. So if we go to Apple Music and we'll grab Vero. Let's do Vero. We'll do this sadness song. And then head back. So once you select the song and starts playing, click Chord AI. And it's going to start recording. Now you can't hear this because how clever is this? It switched over to the iPad microphone, the external microphone. So if I talk now really loud, you can see my voice appearing up here. And you can stop it whenever you want. Right? And now if I play this back, you're going to hear me talking over the top. It's going to start recording. See? Now you can't hear this because how clever is this? It switched over to the iPad microphone, the external microphone. Yes, and that was where I was heading next. Yeah? So start to think about things, right? You could take a backing track, right? Sing over the top of it while it's recording, and then go and do the vocal AI check, and it will add those vocals into the chord progression that it gives you as well. So also remember how, and look, see how I stop this? It gives you the option once you stop it to resume. So, or you can clear it or you can resume and it'll kick off where it left off. Yeah. I think it does. Yeah. But it's not playing properly. I see it's recording me now only. But now the reason it's probably done that is I've got an interface plugged in. So you got to remember with iOS, with an interface plugged in, the interface takes control of the audio. So the microphone is now connected to this, and this thing is trying to intelligently flick between onboard audio to record with the mic back to the interface. So that's where you're going to run into issues. But if you've not got an interface plugged in, you'll be fine. Let's clear this anyway. And I'll show you using Spotify, even though I don't think am I logged into Spotify? I am. What can we pick? My library, what do I have? See if I don't even use Spotify, so who can we find where I won't get a copyright claim? I can just find my own music, can't I? I will use Pete Johns again. What about FMC? Let's do FMC. Let's do FMC. Okay. Is it going to work? Or do I have to have it playing? I think I've got to have it playing. There we go. So it's a little bit not perfect when going to Spotify, but we're asking a lot. It just makes me think, how long until Spotify stop this? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These things, they get upset, don't they? Now, I don't even know what this song's tuning is. I can't remember. God, I recorded this song so long. Be interesting to hear it in MIDI. This is the weird mandolin version. Surprise chef, it's really unique. But you get the idea. I think the main thing you're going to be using this for is using. Let's delete that. Now remember, I don't want to keep this. Yeah, I don't want to keep either of these. So I want to delete the Vero one, get rid of that. And if I want to get rid of this recording, see how there's no X up the top here? I can't get rid of it. You've got to kill it down here first. And then that little X will appear. Boom, and we're good. But look, at the end of the day, the best way to do it, everything that's in here, Apple Music and Spotify, you're going to find on YouTube anyway. Yeah? So that you're good enough here. You've got a media library here, which when you open up is pretty much your Apple Music. So same thing, if we hit sadness again, it's going to switch over to the mic again. Yeah. So we'll get out of this. We don't need this. Kill that. Cool. But yeah, most people are going to use either the YouTube because everything's there, or the Files app because you can import any kind of file you want. Let's grab another file. We've got audio share by date. What can we find in here? Wolfstone. I'm always curious to see how well it does people's voices, how well it does people's vocals. It interests me because we all have different inflections and tones and stuff like that. I'm curious to see what. Oh wow, it's doing okay to start off with for Ron's voice. I think we'll let it do its thing. And then I'll make sure I've covered everything, and then we'll get out of here for the day. I'll probably load up Kim's track before I go because I've messed with that. I've messed with some of my ones. But what do you guys think? Pretty good? Pretty good? I reckon it's pretty cool. You can go and check out their YouTube channel, which is just Chord AI. I'll wait till this finishes, and I'll show you the website as well, which explains things a little bit further. There really isn't a tutorial anywhere online. When I reached out to the developer, they said to me, "Oh, yeah, cool. Here's a full unlock. It would be really nice to have somebody do a tutorial because we haven't done one ourselves." So hopefully this helps people understand a little bit more, and you can get some value from this sucker. I think it's great. I think it's Chordify is really good, but I think this is a bit deeper. Yeah, they're totally different from each other. Thank you, Thomas. There's the link to Chord AI, and I'll show you their website in a second. All right, vocals are done. Let's see how well it did. So it's okay. It seems to miss like it's part of the first sentence kind of thing. There's a few little tutorials about it, Dan, but not really in-depth ones. They're just like, little 1-minute ones with nothing really in there that show you the depth of everything. So let's go back over here. So that's cool. Have I covered everything? I think I've covered everything. There's our piano chords. I think I've covered everything. Just make sure. Covered the microphone section, saved songs. So you can see, yeah, when I put a song in a playlist earlier, there's that playlist. It creates a playlist under here. Here's your history, everything you've done. So I can load up Kim Harden Hudson. Bang.
Everything is faded and frayed. All the things you thought would never break. You won't die if you cry. If you don't, then you might. This isn't what I saw in a dream, so I internalized, but it was never about me. Imagine my surprise. I should have been the river, but I was a stone. All the water I
I can try. I swear you did nothing wrong. I did nothing right.
Sometimes you just got to play the whole song because that song always makes me cry. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. And I don't say that lightly. It takes a lot for me to really love something. But that is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. It is amazing. And it did a pretty good job. I know because I had to learn this song. I had to learn all the fucking chords when I covered it. So, yeah, wicked stuff. Plus, as I said earlier, you can hold down on these and you can edit the chords if they are slightly off. But the reason it did such a good job is Kim's put here, Kim wrote, chords are spot on. It took both sets of keys into consideration is because it is the pro version and we're able to turn on these voicings and get all chords. So it's able to understand all of it. Shall we totally destroy that and let's midify it? Let's ruin that wonderful experience and see how it's done. Get the fuck out of here. Ooh, we're struggling there. Because it's adding the vocals in, remember? What it's doing is it's taking in all of the vocal in there, and it's taking those vocals and MIDI. It's a hard thing to do. It's never going to be perfect, trust me. But that's pretty. You can see it starts off with the music absolutely fine, but once it gets confused by vocal melodies and vibrato, vibrato sends it off on another trip. It's not your pitchiness. What it is vibrato. MIDI has an incredibly hard time understanding vibrato, and that's where it just loses its shit. Yeah? It's like, let me give you an analogy. It's like asking your dad to go into a petrol station to ask for directions when he's lost. It's never going to happen. He's got too much pride, so he's going to send you in to do it. Oh, power girls. What the hell? So, wicked. Damn. Alrighty. I think we're good. I think we've covered all of this. I think you've got a good understanding of it. So I think it's wonderful. I've definitely going to be on my other iPad, which isn't connected to iCloud. I've already done so many songs because I'm planning to do another opening hour soon, singing your covers. So I'll be doing that soon. I'm just collecting up a bunch of songs for me to cover, and I'll definitely be using this because I think it's the best way to go. The last thing I want to do to get out of here, just to see if I haven't tested this. So I'm going to head over here to our mic section, right? I'm going to grab my guitar. I'm curious to know if I actually play the guitar, is it going to pick up me playing? Let me just make sure it's in tune. We're a little bit flat. Just a little. Now you're hearing that through my headset, but I'm interested to see what happens when I play guitar and record. Is it going to record through the mic or through this mic I have here? So I'm going to put this mic in front of my guitar if I can. And we'll see if it does it in real time, shall we? Wasn't that interesting? It just, so real time playing guitar, that just recorded. Now, I'm just not sure how it recorded, if it was through the external iPad mic or it was actually coming through the onboard mic. Let's play it and back and hear what it did. That's impressive. Now, so you know, I was actually playing that on a with my Capo on 1. Interesting. So now that we're on guitar, do I have to transpose this up? Is that right? I think that's right. Or is it down? I can't. Capo 1, yeah, there we go. Sweet. So, let's go back. And that's right, C, G, yep, A minor, and that's what I was playing on my actual guitar with the Capo on 1. Nice. C, G, A minor, E minor. That's C to G. Very, very impressive. So essentially now I could put this to a PDF with those chords underneath and send this to somebody. And that is my song, Do What Makes You Happy. It's picked up 140 BPM, standard tuning, with a Capo on 1. And there are the chords I was just playing. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Sensational, man. I love it. It's really good. Really, 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 really good. Alrighty. We can get the hell out of here for today. Thank you all for joining me today. So that was Chord AI. Super duper app. Really cool. I like it. Get it if you want it. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need them all. Yeah. You just need the ones that make your life better and your recording situation better and all that kind of jazz. Tomorrow, what are we taking a look at on the channel? Let me show you what we're doing tomorrow. We are doing this. We're taking a look at this Terra Pro. It has a brand new in-app purchase called the Brains in-app purchase. It's currently on sale, the app by itself, at $9.99 US. The in-app purchases are about $9.99 each, but we're taking a look at this. It's an amazing modular synth. It's sick. The sounds are fantastic. The day after, hopefully if all goes well, it all depends on some doctor's appointments and things I have coming up. We will be finishing off this Kindercore song and releasing it on the show. So I'll be mixing, mastering, and releasing it through DistroKid on this show if all goes to plan. Hopefully. Have I missed anyone who's here? Did I see Jeff here? Hello, Jeff. And Hugh, what's happening? And Sean. G'day, Sean. Good to see you. And then if Audible gets his shit together, which I'm skeptical of, we're interviewing Audible the day after. So Audible Video will be on. And if you didn't know, Audible Video is a graphic designer. He's a graphic designer and a musician. So we're going to find out more, hopefully, if he gets his shit together and gets me all of his stuff, we'll have him on the show as well. And let me tell you, before we do go, next week I'm doing a special, probably on Wednesday US time. We're doing a deep dive into everything Bandcamp, how to set up a Bandcamp, how to combine Bandcamp with your digital distribution and use ISRC codes, how to make multiple bands and link them to your Bandcamp account, how to do everything, how to set up t-shirt distribution, how to set up, generate codes to give away to your fans, everything. I'm going to try and cover as much as I can about Bandcamp so people have a better understanding. After watching Hippie yesterday try and give away codes on his show, he didn't realize you have to have a certain link to do it. So it can be a bit complex. So hopefully I'm going to try and cover as much of Bandcamp as I can so you guys know how to get the best out of Bandcamp. Because let me tell you, I love DistroKid. I love having my music on Apple and Spotify and all the great places. But I really love Bandcamp. Why? Because it's where I get all of my death metal from, all of my great grindcore, all the stuff that Apple won't release, all the really hardcore stuff. I rely on Bandcamp for some of the most extreme music on the planet that Apple won't touch, man, because it's too brutal. So hopefully I can help you guys out and give you a better understanding. We'll sit here for a good couple of hours and run through everything Bandcamp, and we'll all be a little bit smarter in the end. All right, thanks, Peppy. Pete Johns is coming up next in about half an hour's time. So I think I'll automatically dump you over there. He's releasing his new track today, which I played drums on. Yeah. So that's happening in about half an hour. So go and check that out. I'll dump you over there if you'd like to. As Hippie says, rock on.
Boom.
Boom. And thanks for joining me today. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. See ya.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better, and we'll all rise together. You make me shine better.